Welcome to schoolofanswers.com. I'm Seth David. I'm your host. You likely came over here from our main website at nerdenterprises.com, or perhaps you were watching a video and saw a link somewhere or a blog post. One way or another, you got here, you're looking for help. If it has to do with accounting software or project management or workflow, integration, those kinds of things, we can definitely help you. That's what we do. But first, I want to tell you something. We got a new logo. It mysteriously disappeared, so I just made a new one. I like this one better because it's a chalkboard, which is like school, and this is a place where you come to learn and get answers. So what can you learn here? Well, it started with QuickBooks. That's what I was doing years ago, making a lot of QuickBooks videos because I was working with clients who were using QuickBooks, and it made sense. Over time, I found that I could teach people many other things. All the different applications I've learned to use over the many years that I've now been doing this, I can turn around and teach you how to use, teach you how I used it for myself, and see if it fits and works for your organization and your workflow. So what are we talking about? Well, I recently gave a talk at SleaterCon, which is the biggest accounting technology conference in our country as far as I know and am concerned. And I went over 8 different project management applications in an hour. It was just a rapid fire kind of high level overview of here's what's out there that you can learn, and once you figure out which one's right for your organization, I can teach you how to use it. And of course I can help you figure out which one's right depending on which features are important to you. And that was my main point when I gave that talk. There's no one size fits all solution. It really depends on which kinds of things are important to you. Are recurring tasks important? If yes, then some of these project management applications will work better than others. Is the collaborative aspect of it much more important? Then that might mean a different application. We can look at things like Activecollab, which you're going to see in a minute is what we actually use to log your sessions with us. And I'm going to walk you through how that works and what that looks like, especially for the sake of those of you who have signed up and do have sessions with us. This video will serve to help you understand that. We can show you how to use a product like Asana, which recently, as of the time I'm recording this, gave their user interface an overhaul, and I went from not liking the product that much to actually loving the product. It really does a nice job now. Everything's nice and clean and organized. As you can sort of see, this is a blank project, of course, but you can see how nice and neat and organized everything is laid out. Trello is one that I use to manage all of my content production. So, and there are other use cases. Trello is a very visual kind of project management application. Smartsheet, think spreadsheet plus project management. A lot of accountants and bookkeepers love this because that's how our minds work. That's how we think. Zoho Projects is probably one of the most robust ones out there. So if you need something really powerful and sophisticated, then Zoho Projects is probably going to be the right solution for you. 17 Hats, if workflow itself is really your focus, where you really need to have a process so that when you're, for example, onboarding a client and you want to say, okay, once they agree to onboard, we send them out this contract, and once they sign the contract, which by the way is handled beautifully in 17 Hats, the digital signing process is really seamless and really slick. But if that's your thing, if you need to really track that workflow and have something that automates a lot of that process for you, 17 Hats is going to be your answer. LivePlan is something I can walk you through and show you. LivePlan is a product that actually helps you create a business plan, and it's a live plan because it's constantly growing. It's organic. We're going to change things. You build in your projections and forecasts all in LivePlan. Works really well. Great product. Even if you haven't thought about using a product like this, you might want to reach out to me and ask me about it because it can really change the way you do things and really simplify it. Podio is a project management application put out by Citrix, which has its own set of unique features which might be advantageous to you. So let's say you're at the stage where you're trying to decide on an application like this, then that's the perfect time to schedule a session with me so I can actually walk you through. I can give you that kind of high-level overview of all these applications, and we can talk about your needs. And by the end of a 1-hour session, I'm certain that I can have you help you figure out which is the right solution for you. Then, of course, I can provide you with the ongoing training to make sure you get everything set up correctly. So here we have the Activecollab product that I mentioned, which is what we actually use. Once you sign up for a session with us, after your first session, this gets created. My assistant sends you the link, and the link will take you right in here to the notes. You'll see where it says sessions. When you click on this, it takes you in, and up top here, you'll see it'll be sort of zipped up. You'll just unzip it and click over here, and we always put the most recent session first. Then as you can see, what will happen is you'll have a link to click on so that you can access the recording, video and audio of your session. And over here we always indicate how long the session was. And the main reason why that's important is if you've signed up for a multiple session package, then over here under Files you'll see where we have the education log, which can be opened once it's downloaded, and every time we do a session with you, we update it, and you can see right here, you purchased 20 sessions, you used 1, here's what's left. Sometimes we'll put some notes in here, but most of the time we reserve the notes, of course, for the notes section right here. That, my friends, is what it's all about, how it works. So whether it's QuickBooks you need help with or project management and workflow, give us a call. If nothing else, if you're still not sure, click this link right here on our homepage and schedule a 30-minute call with me. And this way we can have the discussion and figure out exactly what kind of help you need and what might be the right session package for you. We have packages that range in time from 1 hour all the way up to 20. Obviously, as you go up in time, the hourly or the per session price scales down. That, my friends, is what schoolofanswers.com is all about in a nutshell. Again, if you have any questions, schedule the 30-minute call or reach out to me. Email me, Seth@nerdenterprises.com. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next session.